The Niners have called this season the revenge tour. And a lot of, even from head coach Kyle Shanahan, I've heard them say, we just need to get back to where we were last year and finish what we started. 7 minutes left in the Super Bowl, 10-point lead. And I really don't like that mindset, because in sports, you're supposed to move on and take every day one at a time and focus on what's in front of you and not the end of the process, the beginning of the process. And that's what the Niners did last year when they were so successful. So I was listening to Laken Tomlinson talk to the media today, and he said all that. He said, of course, it's the revenge tour, but we're not going to make it back if we get ahead of ourselves, and we need to focus on all the little things that we did well last year. And it reminded me that you don't really have to worry about those things with the 49ers. It's a very mature group with all kind of leaders, as we talked about earlier, that can keep them on the right track if they were to get ahead of themselves.
Iggy, what does he mean by revenge tour? Who's he getting revenge against?
That's what I like. You lost. You blew it in the Super. You're getting revenge against yourself.
It doesn't, when I used to teach English, people would say things, and it was really important. I would say, let's slow down. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean by revenge tour?
Yeah.
Revenge against whom?
Yeah.
I mean, they got beat.
Yeah.
Right? Revenge against Kansas City.
Yeah.
I say the words actually to me are meaningless.
Yes, I agree.
Meaningless.
Yeah.
And to me, I had talked in an earlier segment about standard. The Niners have a standard. They play to their standard, which is very high, no matter what. I don't think Kyle is going to spend a lot of time talking about revenge.
Yeah,
he's gonna,
as if revenge is another level of standard that is even better. Right.
And in fact, it's probably not as good because it's emotional. And this is business. They're not emotional. This is business. Are you tackling correctly?
Right.
Are you blocking correctly? Are you running your route correctly? So this stuff, you know what? Athletes, and I don't blame them, we're in their face all the time. They say a lot of cliches, Iggy.
Yeah.
And I'd say revenge. What do you say? Revenge tour?
The revenge tour. As if they're like the Beatles.
Right, the Beatles.
Yeah.
The revenge tour is it's like saying it's just another cliche, which if I were, there and taking notes, I wouldn't even write it down. Because to me, it's actually blank words. And for the time I hear it, talk about death. When people say those cliches, I died for those 10 seconds.
You always would put your pen down and then look away
can you believe this?
I can't believe I have to live through these 10 seconds.
That's right. I can't believe I have to live through this crap.
I refuse to write it down.
And you actually saw me do that?
I love that about you.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, Lincoln, Laken, sorry I got your name wrong. I was thinking of Lincoln Kennedy. Laken, I'm sure you're a very nice man. I love offensive linemen, but it's no revenge tour. It's let's play to our standard and let's improve our standard.
Sure.
And can you imagine Bill Walsh talking about a revenge tour?
He would make fun of it.
Because it would be a cliche. Right. For him, it's let's get it right.
Right. And it would be the example of the non-scientific approach to football.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. For him, it would be, I'm sorry, Laken, I don't mean to, it would be like a dope for Bill.
No, actually, in Laken's defense, it wasn't his words. Someone asked the question and said, how do you feel about the revenge tour this year and the mindset of the team?
You mean that came from a journalist?
It came from a journalist. It did not come from Laken. No, Laken answered A+. A+ from Laken.
I apologize. It came
from a very
smart
guy who actually went to medical school. He's going to be, if he wasn't a football player, he'd be a doctor.
Ah, interesting.
Smart guy.
And maybe he'll be a doctor.
Maybe he could be a doctor.
He could be a doctor.
Your mom would be proud of him.
My brother was a doctor. I was supposed to be a lawyer, but I failed. So anyway, a journalist asked that. Okay, hold on a sec.
Okay. I know. You're so disappointed.
Right.